Look, I understand why she's even considering it, right? She loathes this dude, but she's thinking, man, he's so good in bed. Even though I don't like him at all, he's so good in bed, and that's valuable. We have talked to Bert Show listeners before. We have done this a few times on the show where we ask women to estimate out of 10 dudes that you have slept with, how many of them really satisfied you? And the answer year after year has always been the same. 4 out of 10. 40%. And then Mo adds to this tragedy last week when he tells us that 70% of married wives would rather do anything. Anything.
I'd rather read
That
a
is
book.
not that you are
anything.
one. You've bumped up the percentage.
Only 4%.
66 to 70. Okay, let's round down. 65. That's still a lot.
It's still a lot, but they wasn't anything. They said they'd either rather nap, read a book, or watch a movie.
Or run their car into a wall.
That was not one of the options.
I mean, yeah, 65 or 70% of married women are just like, no. So that said, I understand why when we had her on Friday, she's like, I loathe this guy, but maybe I should sleep with him one last time.
Yep. There's a guy that she is calling Doug, and they used to work together. Now they are just, well, they're not really friends, but they see each other anytime that they hang out with their mutual friends. And she said there was one particular night where he was being himself, and he was annoying the hell out of her, which he always seems to do. But at some point that night, the tension turned into like some kind of sexual tension. And one thing led to another, and it went down, and it was the most amazing experience of her life. And so she wasn't exactly sure how to treat it. She said even after, she was still so annoyed with him that she had to block him on Instagram because she didn't want to see the things that he was doing. But then she got a text from him that was like, hey, do you want to hang out this weekend? And she started thinking about that night that they had. And she was like, though it seems crazy, she is super annoyed by him, but she does want to experience that night once more. So we pretty much told her there's nothing wrong with if you know going into it that that's all you're looking for. And in fact, why not just even skip the whole talking and getting to know each other more part and get straight to it?
Yeah, because she was wondering, do I go out with this guy? Do I have drinks with him? And we're like, no. I mean, if you got needs, tell him, come on over.
This is what it is.
Put this mask on, this surgical mask on, because I don't want any diseases that you got. And don't speak through it. And just have sex with me and then leave.
No words.
No words at all.
All right. So what did she do? I thought about just having him over for fun and not actually go out with him. I know it is probably stupid to care what he thought, but I was afraid he'd judge me or someone else would hear that I told him just to come over for sex and nothing else, and they would judge me. Wouldn't life be so much better if we just didn't care what people thought?
I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. I still got a lot of work to do, though.
Even if my intentions were just for that, I didn't want other people, except for you guys, to know that. I figured I could put up with a couple of hours of annoyance to get to that part. Plus, he should also have to work for it, too. I also wondered if the hatred caused so much tension, which led to the good sex in a weird way. Well, it turns...
So, like, the awkward conversation and tension would be, like, considered foreplay?
Yeah, not awkward, but the fact that she can't stand this guy. She goes out to lunch with him. She listens to him droll on about his life and be annoying and say annoying things, but that builds the sexual tension. There might be something to that.
This guy must be so beautiful. This guy must be so good looking to her.
He's got to be hot,
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure. Well, it turned out that there might be some truth to that theory. Because I went out with him and actually didn't have a horrible or annoying time. He made a joke at the beginning of the evening about being on a mission to win me over and make me not hate him. He did a pretty good job because he was actually quite likable. My rather pleasant date with him did end up in my bedroom. However, it was very different. It wasn't at all like the last time. And while it wasn't terrible sex, it wasn't the insanely amazing sex that we had last time. Did going on a date with him ruin that tension?
Yep.
Should I keep seeing him and hope the great sex comes back even if the hatred doesn't? Oh, this is so dysfunctional.
Yeah, I know. I love it. This is great.
This is so...
So here's what I think you need to do is take our suggestion that we had on Friday, because now you've got your test group. Your test group is the date that you went on and you talked to him and the sex was bad. So... But now here's the problem is that now you're starting to like this dude.
No, she's not.
It's over.
I think it's over. Because I really do think the entire thing of it was I hate this guy.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to like him. I hate everything about him. And that led to what she felt. And now you realize that he's not as annoying anymore. And I think the allure of it all is probably fading away.
And it could have been like crazy, like angry sex too. Like I hate you sex, which is wild.
She didn't say she likes him. She said she found him to be likable. Those are two different things.
That's too far off from the most annoying person she'd ever known.
Right.
No, granted, I give you that.
Now we don't know who the real he is, though.
That's true, too.
So we
Or
don't
it's
know
like a
if
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of deal.
is he an a-hole or is he a likable guy? We don't know. I think you got to take our suggestion and just say, come on over, no words, or tell him to come on over and piss you off.
Yep.
You got to walk in this house and tell me I look like crap.
Gotta be annoying.
Tell me I'm never going to amount to anything. All right?
That's mean.
And let's see what happens there.
Mean sex.
It'll work, though.
Yes, it will.
The Bert Show.
So first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get the Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.